I truly believe that one connection can change your life.
If you think that you already know everything in the world, you're gonna not progress.
We're thinking about 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, 30 years. I don't care. I can do this for 50 years until it's successful. Yeah, if you don't speak English, then fuck you. If you don't speak English, then fuck you. You're not gonna be understanding anything.
Following an article of Obolo.com, 582 million entrepreneurs in the world, nearly 5.1 million new businesses were started in the US in 2022. As of 2020, there were 274 million female entrepreneurs worldwide. Hello, Limo Oueslati. Thanks for being here today on this podcast with me. Could you maybe introduce yourself, who you are, and how you came with the idea of Meetworth?
Yeah, so thanks, Ferdinand, for this introduction. So my name is Limo Oueslati. I'm the co-founder of Meetworth. I started the company about 1.5 years ago, and since then we've been developing the app along with the developers and the team. And now we officially launched about a few weeks ago. For those who don't know me, my background is, I've been in the e-commerce space for a while before that, and the coaching space, online coaching space. So I've been into the entrepreneurial journey for a while, and I've met a lot of entrepreneurs. I've discussed with a lot of business owners. And, one of the main issue for a lot of business owners is networking with other business owners that have the same interests, have the same skill level, have the same amount of, not even net worth, because, yeah, of course, it's great to network with people who have a certain amount of success, even financially.
Sure.
But even like finding like-minded people who have the same interest, passions, goals, and stuff like that in business. And sometimes it's hard to do. And initially, with COVID and the pandemic and what's been going on the past 3 years, it's been even harder for a lot of people to connect and go out and go to masterminds and stuff like that. I mean, now COVID is kind of over, we could say. But even, sometimes it's when you're always working at your place and focusing on your work, it's hard to just get out of your way and network with other people. Unless you go to some expensive mastermind or to some event, or you do some cold DMs on Instagram or LinkedIn or some of these platforms, or someone introduces you. But yeah, it's sometimes it's tough, to make connections. So I came up with the idea of, democratizing networking for entrepreneurs, like allowing all the entrepreneurs to be able to network instantly, just, at the tap of their fingers. They can just, open an app, create an account, verify that they're business owners, and then network instantly, almost like on Tinder. It's kind of the Tinder for verified entrepreneurs, but it's not for dating. It's for business mainly. Now, obviously, I'm sure some guys, some playboys out here will use the app for dating sometimes when they find a good-looking girl on that, but it's not the main purpose of the app. It's mainly for networking, making connections, finding, investors, co-founders, friends also. It's a social app, and it allows also people to discover you and discover your business, and it could even be used as a prospecting tool. I've seen a lot of guys on the app already starting to prospect and reach out to us even for copywriting services or building a sales funnel for us or something like that on the app. So it could definitely be used as a prospecting funnel and even make a lot of revenue for other people by using those social platforms. So anyways, yeah, I know it's a long introduction. I was just ranting right now.
It's a great one, yeah, to be honest. I just wanted to make a point regarding what you said about Meetworth. You said that it's kind of like LinkedIn, Facebook, and other social networks that are already out there. Could you maybe make a quick point about, you came with this idea of a different platform, the Tinder of the entrepreneur, you call it this way. But what is it that is truly different between Meetworth and other social networks that were intended in the first idea to group people from the professional world or even entrepreneurs platforms such as LinkedIn? Like, what is truly different between LinkedIn and Meetworth or other social media?
Absolutely. So when we think about networking, usually we might think about, LinkedIn or Facebook or networking events or some type of platform. Actually, back in the day, about even not long ago, like 3 years ago, there was some type of platform. There was a platform called Shaper.
I remember that.
Back in France, and you could just create an account, and it was a professional networking app where you can just network with people. But I created an account on this app, and to be honest, sorry if you're listening to this, if you're working there or if you're the CEO of Shaper, but I didn't really like the app because it was mainly 9-to-5ers. It was mainly guys who were just normal, working at some company. Like you can even work at McDonald's and create an account and do some professional networking on
just stay in a job.
Shaper, yeah. So I didn't really find a platform where I could make sure that the only people I network with were entrepreneurs. And LinkedIn, it's mainly for jobs as well. Like most people on LinkedIn, you go there and what do you see on the feed? Like, oh yeah, I got this new job in this company. Wow, blah, blah, blah. And it's mainly that, it's like, oh, congrats, you got this new job. It's not like for business owners mainly, although it could be used to do that too. It is not the focus of LinkedIn right now.
How can you truly verify that someone owes a real company and is not pretending to be some kind of a guru that has made and success and millions and stuff like that? Because we see so many people like these on Instagram or like selling the dream. How can you really verify that this person owns a legit business based in some country?
Yeah. First of all, even if he's selling the dream, he's still selling something. So he's still an entrepreneur because he is.
If he has a company, of course, yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, basically we have a verification process in place. So when people join the app, first of all, they have a few hours to verify the legitimacy of their business, because if they can't verify that they have a business that is legit, they have to upload like a business registration proof. If they can't verify their ID, and this is like all the ideas and all the documents are verified by a team of us, and even us sometimes we double verify if there's a problem or an issue where we don't see it clearly, or there's like it looks fake. We're gonna make sure we verify everything, and we're actually in the works of partnering with verification companies. Like there's this company called Verif. Actually, it's actually
Verif.com. Yes.
Yeah, Verif.com. There's a persona that LinkedIn is using right now. So we're in the works of setting up some new systems to be able to verify people at scale and really verify that the person has a business and owns a business, and literally like we can verify if they pay some VAT or taxes, or they're able to really operate as a business. And like even if you're starting out, you could be on Meetworth. Like if you're a freelance, some type of independent entrepreneur, like a solopreneur, you can still be on Meetworth. Like you don't need to have a company and have some staff and have some employees. Like you can be an entrepreneur who just owns a business, pays his taxes, and just wants to network with other business owners. And that's absolutely fine. And actually, most of the demographic for this app are usually in the beginning people who are starting out. It's not going to be some multi-millionaire entrepreneur who already has like a ton of a ton of connections already. Now we're looking to also have this premium type of clients, but for now, if you're starting out, or if you already have a pre-established business and you want to network with others, then yeah, we can verify that you have a business with our verification process, and then you can have access to all the features, because otherwise you're going to be limited. Your profile is not going to be visible to everyone. You're not going to be able to chat with everyone, and your profile is going to be paused until you verify yourself. So we make sure that only verified entrepreneurs are there. So when you join Meetworth, you know that it's only business owners. It's not going to be some 9-to-5er or some guy pretending to have a business. Otherwise, it's going to be automatically we're going to report it to the admins or something, or he's just going to be, instantly out.
So yeah, the verification process already set up. That's very good. So let's imagine that today I got an e-commerce business. Okay, I'm just starting out. I registered my business. I got my papers. I'm submitting it on Meetworth. I got accepted, verified, like you said. How can I start networking with people that are around me, or even internationally, to connect and to get advice, or even search mentors? How does that work on Meetworth?
Yeah, so we have kind of a swiping mechanism like on Tinder, where you can just create a profile and then swipe other profiles that are either near you in your city. So if you live in London, you can just, we have like a filter also where you can filter people who are in your city at a certain distance.
Same area, yeah.
Yeah, same area. I mean, you guys know those dating apps like Tinder, etc. It's kind of the same concept where you can filter people who might be the right fit near you. So either you can filter by distance, you can filter by age, you can filter by even, this is a feature that's basically our feature that I don't see on many apps. It's basically being able to filter also by business category and business type. And you can basically choose to network. If you're an e-commerce business owner, you can choose to only select people who also have e-commerce businesses and who are in your area.
Okay.
And this is huge. Like on LinkedIn, you can't really do that. And you can't really, I mean, you can do that, but it's not like you're going to match with the person, etc. What we do is a bit different.
Yeah.
So it's you can filter people either locally or globally. If you travel tomorrow and you go to Dubai, you can open the app and find all the entrepreneurs in the area who are also in Dubai, and you can match with them, connect with them, etc. And what's good is, if you're a gold member and you actually pay a small monthly fee, you can also promote your business, put your website, put your social media, promote your own brand, and so it becomes kind of an advertising platform for your business too, where people can see your social media, your business. You can grow your audience there, and create kind of a small follower base or a small pool of connections that you can use for business opportunities or for anything. You can definitely, it can help you to make money and grow your business too. So. Yeah.
You were talking about the memberships. You'll probably have some plans. And as we have also a community of entrepreneurs, we said the number at the beginning of this podcast, 582 million worldwide. That's really a huge, huge number. Now, obviously, everyone is thinking, how are you guys even making money? Like, what is your business plan? How are you getting any revenue? Is it that ad revenue? Are you having any memberships, paid memberships? Is the app free for everyone, or do I need to pay after a certain time? Is there a trial? All these questions. Do you have anything to tell for these people?
Yeah, well, that's a great question. So as you said, there's 582 million entrepreneurs in the world on average, and there's new business owners coming in every single day. So if we could capture even 1% of the market, that would be around 6 million entrepreneurs that we could have on the app globally. Now, obviously, that's a very big statement, and that's a very big,
part of the market. Yeah.
But if we could capture 1% of people worldwide that would be on the app, not even 0.01%, that would already be 500,000 something entrepreneurs, and so that would be crazy.
And a lot of opportunities and a lot of things,
a lot of opportunities and networking and all of that. Now, when a person joins Meetworth, they can join for free. They can create an account for free. They can use the app for free. They can swipe people, match with people, but they're going to be limited at a certain point. Like, they can't swipe unlimited people. So they're going to be limited to, for now, I mean, this might change in the future, by the way, but for now, I think it's 15 matches a day for free. I'm pretty sure it's 15 right now. Sometimes because we argued about changing the number, we might reduce it to 10 in the future, but for now, I think it's around 15. And then, so you can swipe 15 people for free. You can connect with the people you've already matched with for free. You can chat with them for free, everything for free. You can post, grow your audience, do everything for free. But then if you upgrade, you're going to have a lot of different features that will really benefit your user experience. So first of all, when you're gold, people will know that you're gold. You're going to be able to actually people will see on your profile that you're the type of person who is investing in this networking app,
his company,
in his company, etc. It's a bit like LinkedIn Pro. LinkedIn, you can see the gold logo when people pay, and it looks more legit. It's kind of the same thing. Like, first of all, it looks more legit. It looks that you've paid, you have a certain status on the app, because when you're free, you're bronze. And then if you pay a bit more, you're silver. So you have like a silver plaque. And then if you're gold, you have the golden plaque. And that's like the
ultimate experience.
The ultimate experience. And so when you're golden, for example, first of all, you can actively promote your business in your swipe card. So people can see your website, your social media, your everything like about your business. You can put it there. Then you can be able to filter only. Basically, what's good with the app is, as I said, you can filter people based on distance, interest, etc. But what's good is you can also, once you pay, filter based on the membership tier that they're at. So if they're a gold member, you can filter people who only are
network only with gold members then.
Yeah, exactly. If you want to network with the highest quality people on the app who are actively paying and investing in themselves, then you can do so. You can say, okay, I only want to work I only want to, match and connect with people who are in the golden level. And same thing for silver. If you're silver, you can choose to only match with people who are silver, which greatly increases the chances of meeting and connecting with someone of quality, of higher quality than just a free rider, you know.
Absolutely.
So that's one of the advantages. You can rewind also, because sometimes it sucks. Like you swipe someone and you didn't want to. You wanted to swipe him right, but you swipe him left, or you did a mistake and you want to rewind. Well, you can't do that if you haven't paid. There's also different features, like there's different little things. Like for example, it's ad free. We haven't, to be honest, we haven't fully introduced the ad networks.
It's
yet.
on the roadmap though. But
It's on the roadmap, but it's going to be ad free for the people who paid. We're working on partnering with softwares. Like if you're an entrepreneur, you're probably using softwares like Calendly, Kajabi, ClickFunnels, these type of softwares to build a website, Wix, or this type of website, Zapier. We're actively working, on potentially partnering with those and giving, 15, 20, 30% off for the people who are gold as well on some of these softwares. Partnering with business events, also being able to get early access to tickets, to events, to stuff like that. And there's different advantages, other advantages as well that you get. Like you can also have like the passport feature, where if you're not in Dubai, but you want to kind of teleport yourself to Dubai kind of digitally and match with only the people in Dubai, you can do so. You can say, okay, I want to change my location to Dubai, and I only want to match with people in Dubai. For example, let's say you know that you're going to be traveling to Dubai in 3 days, and before that, you want to quickly match and connect with a few people so that when you arrive in Dubai, you already have a couple people that you can hit up for a coffee, let's say. Well, you can do so if you're gold, but if you are not a paid member, then you can't choose
your
own
location. And,
yeah. You can put global, which allows you to match with people globally, but you can't just target one
specific city. Okay,
so
I
that's
see.
one thing as well that's really cool. And there's different features on the way. In the future, we're actively also working on having kind of a CRM feature where you can label people based on levels of interest in the chats. So for example, you can put a follow-up feature. For example, you want to follow up with that person in 3 days, you can put that as a feature. You can put, we're working on an auto match feature as well, where instead of having to swipe and match with people, the app does it for you. Like you auto match with the people who like you. That way you don't have to waste time liking them back.
Network while you sleep. That could be a new slogan.
You can network while you sleep, literally. And then you have like a CRM tool where you can just keep track of people, put them in certain labels. Like it's very useful to kind of categorize people also.
Yeah.
So that's also a lot of things that are coming.
So that's already a great thing. So that's the revenue the team is making, or like the developers for the app. Now, let's say I'm an influencer. I have a great community of people, engaged people, of course, that are entrepreneurs or looking to be an entrepreneur, making a business, stuff like that. How can I join Meetworth and make money, other the fact than networking with other entrepreneurs, of course, but how can I make money by promoting Meetworth, for example, to my community and invite them to come and match with me on the app?
Yeah, that's a great question. So we've been working on an affiliate system and referral system. It's a reward system. Like if you enjoy the experience and you want to invite other friends and you want to make money with us, like you want to get paid by Meetworth to actively promote the app and be kind of a partner with us, then we have like a referral tab on Meetworth where every single time you promote the link, you invite a friend or you invite an acquaintance to the app, then we can see that it will appear. You will gain points in the app, and then you can use these points in exchange for either money or in exchange for a free subscription that we have, a gold subscription, silver subscription, in exchange for other different things that you can have. So you can get paid for actually bringing users. Actually, you get, I think we've set it up to 20% or 25%, yeah. 20%, I think. 20%. 20%. So every time you refer someone to the app, you get, and the person has to pay a subscription.
Choose a plan, a membership.
Yeah, if let's say you refer a friend and that friend likes the app and he pays, let's say, $49 a month, then you would get 20% of those $49 a month, and you can make recurring revenue from that, and you can be a partner with us long term. And the more you refer people, the more you make money. And yeah, there's different opportunities like that.
But you were talking about the point systems, like, okay, there's a 20% commission, so I get like my fiat currency directly transferred to my account because some people that I referred have purchased a membership, for example, but you said I have also some points. What are these points for in Meetworth? What can I do with them? Is there some kind of a shop or reward? Where can I exchange them? How does it work?
Yeah, so right now we're in the works of setting up a virtual shop where people can exchange all their rewards and points. And by the way, the rewards and points that you get, you don't only get them by referring people. If you, let's say, you hit a certain milestone in your networking journey in the app, so let's say you've been consistent with your networking efforts on the app and you've been matching and connecting with people consistently, then the app and the algorithm and us, the team, are going to reward you for and congratulate you by basically giving you points, like Meetworth points that are transferable into either if you want some gear, if you want
some merch,
some subscription advantages, if you want to turn them into potentially money, etc., then yeah, we can reward you also by being a good networker. Because the goal is for you to basically grow your network as much as possible. So it's in our favor if you use the app, obviously, and if you're successful with the app. So we want to encourage your success by giving you as many points and advantages as we can on your journey to encourage you to continue that. Because I truly believe that one connection can change your life.
Absolutely.
One connection can change your life. Me and you, how did we meet? Can you tell the story? Can you? Because I'm the one speaking.
No, that's true. 2020 in a lift, in an elevator for the UK people here. When we were just going to the gym, hitting the gym together. So you were going. I didn't know that. This is how basically we had our first chat. Where are you going, Limo? Okay, you're hitting the gym. Let's go there together. Yep. And there, from that point, we started networking. We started going out and everything. But it was true that at the first point we were solo people, solo entrepreneurs there in Tallinn, Estonia, a bit lost, a bit out of everywhere in the people. So we came up with this idea, like you came up with the idea, and then, like you said, you co-founded the app. We founded then together and progressing and everything. And talking about the progress, I just wanted to clarify, like you were talking about some kind of a game system we have in Meetworth, yep. Gamification. So you're saying that we have two ways of gaining the points. The first way would be like referring people, getting the points for that, 1 point for each invitation. And the second point will be like completing missions or steps that we have, milestones and stuff like that. That's also awesome. Now, I had another question regarding like the app itself. Let's say I achieved a certain amount of points or like something that I just want to share inside the app. How does that work? Like, do you have some kind of a dashboard that everybody sees, or the news, or a kind of a feed where people can see the post of each other? How does it work?
Yeah, so in terms of the points, then yeah, we're working on a dashboard where you can see all the points you're getting. You can see all the connections you've made, all the matches you've made, etc. And it's really going to be a dashboard where you can track your networking journey, track the points that you're getting, and then later on you can just transfer them into our virtual shop. Either you can exchange them for membership advantages or for, as I said, merch, money, whatever. So there's different things like that. And yes, one big feature of Meetworth as well is that you have a feed. So what's good with Meetworth is you can actually build an audience and you can actually nurture the people that you've been connecting with. It's not just on like Tinder where you just match with someone.
Match and chat, that's it.
Yeah, match and chat. No, here you can actually grow an audience, nurture the people that you've already matched with. Imagine if every day you share a bit of like business tips, for example, or you share something that have worked for you, or you share, for example, how you've been on this weight loss journey and you've lost 50 pounds and this is how you did it and this is how you encourage people to do it. Well, by sharing your journey, people can be more inclined to want to meet you in real life and want to connect with you, and you can find potential customers, you can find potential fans who can like what you're doing and who can follow your journey as well. And so Meetworth can also be a tool for growing your audience, nurturing the people you're connecting with, and potentially then obviously having them as a client if they want to potentially work with you or as a partner or whatever. So this is what's cool with Meetworth. And besides the feed, you also have the groups where if you want to match with some people, and because actually on Meetworth also what I didn't say is that you can match with people, yeah. But if you know that a friend is already on Meetworth, then what you can do is you can actually search for his username and add him as a connection directly without having to
swipe until you
find them. So what's good is if you have a couple friends and you want to create kind of a group, then you can do that. Or let's say you have a friend that you know and you're already friends with him on the app, but you've just connected with a guy who can potentially help your friend to grow his business.
Yeah.
So let's say your friend is doing e-commerce, and you've connected with a guy who has like a crazy agency to scale e-commerce businesses.
Yeah, they could work together, for example.
They could work together, for example. So you create a group like, hey, XYZ friend,
introduce them.
Yeah, you can introduce them as a connection, and that will foster further, business deals or business connections or whatever. Yeah. So that's also a big feature, the feeds and the groups. Now, we're still working on all these things. I mean, the app is far from being perfect at all, to be honest, but we're working on those things. It's going to get better and better. We might remove some of these features in the future. We'll see. Actually, you guys, the market, are going to be the judge. Like, we can't really, it's still in development. So we'll see how you guys like these features. But if we see that you guys are not really using them, or it has like very low importance to you, then we might remove them in the future. We'll see. But for now, there's a feed, there's groups, there's those kind of features too.
So you talk about these features to connect people with each other, which is also very great. Meetworth, the logo and the name is obviously English. Most of the entrepreneurs are talking English. That's a fact. Let's say we have two suppliers in China or Russia or Arabic countries, like people that understand the English language, but they're not used to speak English every single day. Like us, we are French people. Of course, we are fluent in English, but we are also willing to speak in our native language in the everyday life. So how can these two people connect? Can they speak in their foreign language, or can they even network with other people from their foreign country? How does that work on Meetworth?
Yeah, that's a great question. So we thought about it, and obviously in the future, when it's going to be a bigger app and we're going to have a bigger user base, we're going to be able to translate the whole app in every language available to us: French, Arabic, whatever, Chinese, Russian. But for now, we actually have a feature where whenever you sign up on the app, you can choose the languages that you speak. And that allows us to be able to tailor your experience to prioritize people who speak your language, first of all, in the algorithm, and being able to, in priority, find people who speak your language, your desired language. But also, you can filter people who speak the same language as you. And you can, if you're a French guy in America, and you want to find other French-speaking guys in your city in America, then you can filter by language people who are French and who are in your city speaking French as well. And you can choose your languages. So this is also something that we have. What else could you add? Maybe I forgot something. I don't know.
No, that was mainly the question about the languages. I was mainly thinking about this because, like, I had this card that we have when you swipe, like when you're building up your profile. Because many people will think, okay, you're the Tinder of entrepreneurs, which means that you mainly focus on the image of the guy, how he looks like, his physique and stuff like this. Well, it's not really the purpose of the app. Like, the purpose is to network with mindful and people that really have achieved success or that are looking to achieve success. So how do you think is a great way to build a good looking card on Meetworth? Of course, there's pictures on one side, but could you talk about the other aspect, like the description and like the tags and stuff like that that is very important to put on a card on Meetworth?
Yeah, so we've spent literally hours and hours, even days and weeks to refine the card. So we spent hours, literally days and weeks, to refine the cards, and it's been a long process because the problem is, a lot of people in the beginning were expecting a Tinder where you just look at other people's picture and judge them by their picture. But we wanted to have a different approach because in the beginning, actually, we copied a bit the swipe cards of Tinder and those dating apps like Bumble, etc.
Design-wise, yeah.
We copied their design in the beginning because we thought that that would be the best design for it. But then we had some feedbacks from friends and other acquaintances that have used the app. And they were saying that it was too focused on the pictures and the looks and not focused on the skills enough, or not focused on their business enough or what they're doing. And so then we rearranged how the swipe cards looks in a way where, yes, you can see their profile picture, you can see some of their pictures, but it's not the main things you see. The main things you see, it's their goals, their business, what they're doing, and their skill level and their interests. So there's a clear emphasis whenever you join Meetworth that it's not just about how you look in pictures, etc. It's really about what you're doing in life, the languages you speak, your goals, your interests, the business you're building.
Like what you can truly bring as an opportunity to the other people that are trying to swipe you. And this is what I want to complete with. And we see it more and more on the app. I don't know if you saw it also, but some people, they just put their profile picture, but instead of putting additional photos of them, they put like additional skills as a picture on their card. And with that, people can have additional information, like an extended description of who is that person, what can she or he bring me in my business and my network. And yes, we detach ourselves from this photo focus point that we had at the beginning, because today you can have an ugly, fat geek that is somewhere hidden in Indonesia but making millions, while you have the super good-looking guy that is totally broke and doesn't have any kind of a business. So yeah, this is a good point that you made, that we try to detach ourselves from this photo focus point, and that we are now more open about the description and the qualities that one can bring to the app.
Yeah, I wanted to also talk about the fact that, if you're an entrepreneur right now, okay, and you want to network with other business owners, what are the options? Okay, either you are gonna connect with someone that you saw on social media and that also has an audience. Like maybe you see a person on LinkedIn who posts on LinkedIn, you want to connect with him, or you see a person on Instagram, another business owner, you connect with him, or some Facebook group. And then you maybe add him as a friend, add him as a connection, and DM him. That's one of the options. The second option is you pay for some expensive mastermind or some expensive event. You get your ass there, so you have to either fly there or go and commute there or whatever. And then you go to this event, you try to somewhat, cold approach people there and make connections. And then maybe, you're going to end up with a few business cards, a few connections, etc. Or, to be honest, there's been a rise in some of these networking apps. Like I saw even Bumble now, they have Bumble Business. So they try to make those type of things. But it's not as efficient as Meetworth for business owners. And the thing is, look, I've tried cold DMs. I've tried networking with guys on Facebook, etc. And it could work, but it's a lot of hustle. It's a lot of I'm going to send it's a numbers game.
It's a full-time investment.
It's a full-time thing. You have to send 50, 100 DMs, maybe 2-3 reply, and not maybe more than 2-3, depending on how your profile looks and how your message is. But it's kind of a hustle, and you're not really sure if the person wants to also connect with you, etc. And it's just a pain in the ass. Whereas on Meetworth, it's only verified entrepreneurs. You're only going to connect with people who also want to potentially connect with you. And you can do that literally while you sip your coffee, you just swipe a few. It's just seamless. You can just swipe a few. And if you pay for gold, you can see who already liked you, who already wants to connect with you as a business owner, and you can like them back. And now we're actually introducing the new auto match feature where you can literally network while you sleep, and you can auto match with people potentially on autopilot. You just have to reply to them and foster a greater connection via the conversation. But it's very, very easy. So Meetworth is literally the simplest way right now to be able to network instantly with verified entrepreneurs, whether locally or globally. There is no app that's simpler than that.
There is no other app. Like you talked about Bumble Business, but it still remains Bumble. It's like tomorrow, if Tinder launches Tinder Business, nobody would take that really seriously. Either it's maybe to make dating between two entrepreneurs, maybe, but still that is Tinder. In everybody's mind, Tinder is to connect people to date. That's it, not to business or to network with. The other point that you made, if I'm using social media, I'm landing in some request of the guy that will probably never see or open my message because that guy is not intended or opened for networking. There are some kind of people that are successful. They don't want really to connect with other people. They don't care. Like they have already their friends and their family, whatever. They don't want really to connect with other people. But most of the entrepreneurs out there are willing to. But for that, they need to be at the right place, which is Meetworth. Simply do a profile, 2-3 swipes, you already connect. It has never been that simple to connect with anyone of the world. Plus, if you have really high profiles, we already have a couple of them on the app, people that are very successful, that have really a big profile behind, and a lot of followers also on social media. It has been never so easy to just connect with them, match with them, and chat with them. You don't need to have a big Instagram profile. You don't need to have 1,000 of followers on LinkedIn. You can just have your own profile on Meetworth because nobody knows how many matches you have, how many followers you have, or how successful you are on Meetworth. You have your socials connected, your Twitter, your Instagram account, your website, if you do have any, and then it's so simple to simply connect with these people.
Yeah, and at the end of the day, your network is your net worth. I mean, you're not going to be successful alone. All the highest successful people in the world have a lot of connections behind them, have sort of a mastermind or a group of people behind them, a team. And, my biggest achievements in business, I've made them when I've been able to learn something that I didn't know from someone else. Yeah. Even you taught me so many things about how to run successful ads, how to run successful, campaigns or stuff in business. Like you've taught me a lot of things, and I couldn't have known these things if I didn't make that connection. Same thing, when I launched my first e-commerce business when I was 17, I wouldn't have launched my business if I didn't meet this guy who taught me this opportunity. I had a guy who was sitting with me in my classroom, and he was already doing a bit of drop shipping.
Yeah.
And if I didn't just talk to him and connect with him, I wouldn't even have thought about launching it at that time. And so, one connection can literally change the trajectory of your life completely. And if you can just take a few minutes, like 5 minutes, 10 minutes every day to invest in your network. And you have to view networking as almost like a farming effort. You have to nurture it. Networking is not like just only take. No, it's like giving value to people over time. And by giving value to people, by showing how you could help them and really either teaching them something or giving them something, you are fostering connections and building something that could be either a lifelong friendship or a lifelong business partner. And you have to have this mindset of constantly investing in your network.
Yeah.
So every single day, take a few minutes, invest in your network. How could you help? What is something that could be useful to them? And take a few minutes on Meetworth to just grow your business and your network, because that's the highest investment you're going to make in your business as well.
Absolutely. And not only for your business and, of course, making money, but all the other opportunities that you can have, whether you have personal trainers, dating coaches, financial consultants, people in real estate, banks, SaaS, softwares, like every kind of people in profile are on Meetworth, and these people have something that you don't know. If you think that you already know everything in the world, you're gonna not progress, because there's always something that pops out, or now in the future, a new trend, a new thing that might work, etc., which might trigger you at some point. This is curiosity or something that you want to try, or even that a friend of yours or family of yours wants to try it out, and that people will be more qualified than you to explain it to you, how it works and everything, and you can exchange, like you said, value. They can bring you something, you can bring them something, you can then connect and exchange, build, or even mentor, partner up, all kind of stuff.
Yeah, exactly. You don't know what you don't know. That's a big thing. And I wanted to say also something. If you want to have something in life that you've never had, you're going to need to do something you've never done before as someone you've never been before. Yeah. And if you're the type of person who only stays in their corner, who thinks, oh, I'm just going to be my lone wolf, I'm just going to be on my computer all day, a lone wolf, like working, you're not going to be very successful. You need to make the right connections. You need to work as a team to make money and to have this group of people who can support you and talk about your business as well and give you ideas and stuff. And so if you want something you've never had, you need to do something you've never done. And so if you're not the type of person who naturally connects with people, then this is the platform that allows you to change that and start making a change in your behavior so that you can have a change in your outcomes in business. So that's one thing as well. And this shouldn't be looked at as a chore, like, oh, I have to go on Meetworth and I have to swipe and all, it's a chore. No, I get to just...
It's an opportunity.
It's an opportunity. I get to do it. I get to grow my network. Back in the day, like, you couldn't do this. Like, you couldn't have an app like this and you couldn't just instantly have access to all these people. But now it's literally
so damn easy.
Done for you. It's so easy that not doing it is actually just dumb. It's just dumb. It's like you have a mine of gold sitting in front of you and you're just not taking it. So it's kind of the same thing. And I think everybody should invest in their network and invest in their business that way. And if you're not the type of person who does that naturally, that's even more important for you, because that's what's going to lead to the highest levels of growth. The highest levels of growth are only going to be unlocked when you get out of your comfort zone and do something a bit different. So if you're not used to doing that, then start doing that and see the results. Test it for yourself. And you'll be surprised. Like, you can make really great connections. And as I said, one connection can literally change your business, your life, everything.
That's for sure. And you were talking also about masterminds right before, where you can join some private groups, sometimes very expensive ones. I have to agree that most of them now, and especially the gurus that we see also on Instagram, are having now their private network groups. So private networking group where you have maybe, 50, 100, 500 people inside, not really more, because the price is also quite expensive behind, which allows people to connect. So maybe if we have, for example, people in e-commerce, then these 500 people will network with each other, yes. However, if they use Meetworth, they can connect with agencies, they can connect with real estate, they can connect with people that are in Dubai and already be prepared when they're being there, someone that can show them the city and having a coffee with them, and then exchange opportunities. Why not partner up for a new business? This is how it works, and this is really the idea behind Meetworth. And sometimes when I'm talking with these gurus, they tell me, well, what is really the advantage of someone that is in one private group? Why should that guy come on Meetworth and create an account right there?
Yeah, that's a great question. It's true that, you have these groups, like, for example, if like Andrew Tate, obviously now he's very well known. So Hustler University, so the War Room, those type of networks. Now, these networks are great. You can meet a lot of great people and you can network with them. And definitely that's a great thing. But Meetworth allows more filters, like you can really filter the type of business owners that you want directly, because I've been part of some of these networks, man. I have a network myself that I've built, and I have like a few hundred people inside that are business owners, etc. But sometimes you send a message, nobody sees it. You try to, it gets lost in the messages, especially if there's a lot of people. Like if there's more than 1,000 people in one Telegram group or some type of community,
it gets lost. Yeah,
it gets fucking lost. Like you're not gonna be able to really network with the people at the top unless you have some type of like super high status in that network and everybody looks up to you and like you're a superstar there. But if you're starting out and you're joining like some mastermind group, unless it's a very small mastermind group,
nobody gives a shit.
Nobody gives a shit, yeah. And so with Meetworth, at least you have the control back, because now you have your own profile. You can track your journey, how many people you've connected with, etc. You can filter people based on their interests, their goals, their passion, their business. You can, if you travel tomorrow to Bali, you want to find other entrepreneurs that are in Bali right now and you want to network with them, you can do that. Whereas in some Telegram group or some fucking chat on WhatsApp with hundreds of entrepreneurs inside, it's going to be hard to just find and look for the people you want. Now, a mastermind group is very useful. You can learn some very useful information by being, with other inside a group of business owners. But you could do kind of the same with Meetworth, and Meetworth allows for more. You can tailor your experience more. You're more in charge of the platform. You're more in charge of your own connections, and yeah, it just makes it easier as well. And one doesn't necessarily like. If you do one, doesn't mean you can't do the other. Like you can be on a mastermind group if you want, and then also you can supplement that with a bit of Meetworth on the side as well. Like you can, or the contrary,
Totally.
you do mainly Meetworth, and then you do a bit of mastermind on the side. So like you can do both, you know. And why close that door for yourself? Why just choose one door when you can just open two doors? And like why pick just one pile of gold when you have two piles of gold sitting in front of you? Just take both. Just take the money.
Yeah.
You know, so it's kind of the same thing. To do both, you know, as well.
Absolutely. If we talk about more about the future plans, because this is also quite important, and our listeners or watchers, viewers want to see that as well. What is really planned for the future of Meetworth, and can we say that Meetworth has the goal, or maybe one day the pretension, to be the reference of the networking app for the entrepreneurs?
Yeah, absolutely. That's the goal, is to be the number one networking app for entrepreneurs globally. For any entrepreneur, any business owner in the world, he knows he can go on Meetworth and connect with people. The same way Tinder is the reference for dating apps, we want to be the reference for networking apps for entrepreneurs. So we want to be number one, that's for sure. Now it's a very ambitious goal. We're competing literally with Fortune 500 companies who could do the same thing and just to spend way more than us in a team and stuff like that. So it's a very ambitious goal, but you know, every big startup started that way. Every big company started small, and it's completely fine. And look, we're long-term thinkers here. We're not thinking about making some quick money in 6 months and then going away. We're thinking about 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, 30 years. I don't care. I can do this for 50 years until it's successful.
Absolutely.
So it's about the journey. It's about the process. And if we keep improving the user experience, if we keep getting feedback, if we keep, you know, plowing through all our challenges, I'm sure that at some point there will be a peak where we're gonna hit some success, and we'll see. And obviously it's up to us. We're gonna need to work hard for sure to attain that position, but it's in the works, and it's kind of the goal. Yeah, obviously. Now the roadmap for Meetworth is to, now that we've launched already the MVP, now we launched the MVP in February, now we're in March, so it's been almost a month. To be honest, since the launch of the MVP, we've seen there's been a few bugs and a few things we needed to fix, so it was a bit slow on that end. But now we're working on a new update. We're going to promote massively. We've hired a team of promoters, of prospectors, of people who can really like promote the app on our behalf as well. We're going to invest in ads and stuff like that so that we can really grow the user base, because obviously the higher the user base, the more people there are on the app, the more the app is going to be valuable. So we need to attain at least 10,000 users by the end of the year. That's really the goal, minimum.
First goal, yeah.
Yeah, and we can do more even, depends on us. Like if tomorrow we get featured in some big podcast, or tomorrow we have like a big celebrity entrepreneur backing us up, it can blow up. Imagine tomorrow we have Alex Hormozi just saying, hey, guys, just go on Meetworth.
Yeah.
And then we're going to have like,
huge kick,
100,000 people even coming. So we just need like a little push from a few authorities in the field. And if we get like some Gary Vee type of guy, or some guy just saying like, hey, go on Meetworth, it can blow up literally overnight.
If they're using it, everybody is using it.
Exactly. So that's in the works, like as well, partnering with some big people so that they can really also help us to grow. Because I mean, I don't have a huge audience. Ferdinand also doesn't have a huge audience. Obviously, it would help if we were like if we had the audience of Andrew Tate tomorrow, or some Iman Gadzhi, or some guy like that. You can just like quickly bring in like even 100,000 people in a few days, you know. But it's fine.
It's more challenge. It's more fun.
It's more challenging, and it's gonna come. So the roadmap is really to build the app to a level where it's seamless. Like people can just join. The user experience is amazing. They understand how the app works directly. Because now sometimes I've had some feedback that some people join the app and then they're a bit confused, like how to use the filters, how to use this, how to use that. And so we're really gonna nail down the user experience when someone first joins. Because when someone first joins, their first impression of the app is super important. So we really need to nail that down. We're also gonna work on the gamification process. As I said, like tracking your networking journey, giving you points, rewards, stuff like that to encourage you to network more, etc., and keeping you more engaged.
More retention, yeah.
More retention. We're going to work on partnering with different softwares and different business events, so we can also give some advantages to people, like,
or even physically be there.
Yeah, physically also be there. We're going to work on, what else? Maybe a web app. Because what would be cool as well is to be able to network even when you're on your computer. You can just swipe a few guys, match with a few guys, reply to some messages while you're on your computer without having to go on your phone sometimes. So that could be something. So many different things on the roadmap coming, but first, we don't want to get too distracted by too many new features and new stuff.
Already fixing the current ones.
Fixing the current ones and improving the ones we have already is going to be the priority. And then once we have more users, once everything is already on point, then we can focus on other features, on other avenues of business. But the main thing now is like growing the user base, getting people to come on the app. And I'm sure that if there's more people and if people enjoy it, they're going to talk about it everywhere. And if we can get some big people that have a huge audience when it comes to business, it can blow up. Literally. Yeah, snowball effect. Yeah, exactly.
That's for sure. But while we were talking, I received already so many feedbacks, positive ones. So, of course, there's quite a few bugs, little things that people say, I don't know how to use it or stuff like that. But 99% of the time is, wow, congrats, guys. It's an amazing app, amazing idea, because like to get with like networking app, it's not like every day that you come up with this kind of idea, like bringing entrepreneurs together and making them build opportunities or partner up. That's already a great thing. But what is important also for the people listening to us is that any feedback is super important. We have a very, very responsive customer service, which means that if you see anything not working or you want to improve it that way, we talked about the pictures right before, people will not really fan about swiping pictures, but more qualities or assets that someone can bring to their business, then you can simply shoot an email or reach us out on social media. And like I can tell you for sure that we will take into account your request to add it up in our next update.
Yeah, I think we literally made a feedback section in the app so that everyone can post some feedback, etc. Because yeah, I agree. Feedback is the only way we're going to improve faster and see what you guys like and see what we can add and see what we can improve. Yeah,
for sure. Because we see so many brands that are locked in their vision. They want to do things their way, but they don't really ask the community what they want. Because what's the purpose is we are entrepreneurs, yes, but our community is also many entrepreneurs, and maybe they will use the app differently than you and I. So they can bring something on the table also. And I like to say that Meetworth is the app of all the entrepreneurs in the world. So you're concerned as well, and you can bring up your ideas for the next update.
Yeah, so as we said, feedbacks are super important, and that's the scientific method. You get a feedback, you see that something doesn't work or something people don't like, and then from there, either you cut it out or you improve it, and that's how it grows. And so many businesses are fixed in, as you said, in this fixed mindset of we're only going to do this, or we're only going to do it this way, without necessarily
improving or
like something. Hearing their audience's point of view as well. So anyways, I hope you enjoyed this podcast. We're the co-founders of Meetworth. We've been working on it for about 18 months plus now. It's been a slow process because, you know, there's so many things that come into play when building an app.
Always something to do anyways.
There's always some things, always some bugs, always some stuff that we needed to deal with. But here we are. Now it's ready. It's on the App Store. It's on the Google Play Store. So if you're an entrepreneur who wants to level up his network, you want to either grow your dream business network, you want to connect with other business owners around you, whether locally or globally, then Meetworth is the app for you. So you can just click on your App Store or your Google Play Store app. Just type in Meetworth. You can download it. It's completely free. You can create a free account. And check it out, test it, see for yourself. And if you have any feedback, just reach out to us or reach out to myself or Ferdinand on social media. We'll be responsive. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed the podcast. It was a pleasure. And
see you next time. I can say meetworth.com, guys. Download the app. Play Store and App Store is available worldwide on any kind of device. Do it today. Start talking about it with your friends, family, and your co-workers, networking everywhere around the world. This is now possible on this mobile app. See you right there. Start swiping today. Thank you, Limo, for being here for this podcast, and we will see each other very soon.
Thanks. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment on the video if you enjoyed this video, and see you soon.